In just 2 days, we're going to find out if we're either in jeopardy or in dreamland. The Europa League final, it's just 2 days away. And if I'm being honest, I'm scared. Not because of Ange's quote where he wins in his second season. Not because we've been beaten by Spurs every single time we've faced them so far this season. It's just because what's at stake. This could be any team on the other side, and I'd still feel the same. If Bodo Glimt got through, I'd still be worried. If Lazio managed to get here, I'd be worried. No matter what team it was, or what team it is, I'm worried for this game, I'm being honest. But I digress. Instead of being worried right now, I'm going to, just like the last game, give you the lineup I would go for this game. This is considering what I've heard from within the club, from journalists, as well as other sources online, containing players that may or may not be back. In goal, obviously, it's this man again, Andre Onana. Made no real faults in the game against Chelsea, if I'm being honest. I think he had a good performance. Obviously, we did lose the game, but I don't think that was any acclimate to him. I don't think he was at fault for Kukure's goal. It was just unbelievable play, especially Reece James. That game was special. A back three, and this is where it gets tricky. So I'm going to put Maguire in centre back, and obviously there are people saying, let's put him higher up, let's play him as a striker. I don't think we do that. It's too much of a change to do for a full 90 minutes against Tottenham. My left side is centre back. I'm going with Luke Shaw over Lindelof, and purely because he's a left footer, and I know he's rusty and he's not looked great since his return, but I'm still gonna pick him. I feel like he can do a job, or I just hope he can do a job. I need his experience to show up here. I need him to bring back what he had in the 2020 Euro final against Italy, and maybe score a goal. Then my right side is centre back, just because of what I've heard. I'm either going to go with Lenny Yoro or Mazraoui. I think I'm going to stick with Yoro, and I know he might be better on the left, but I'm going to go with Yoro. Which is it's a risk if we're being real, but the season's almost over. If he gets injured at the end of this game, it's okay if he misses Villa. And then on my wing backs, it's so tough, but I'm gonna go with Dorgu, because I think again he was my man of the match in the last game. And on the right, I was gonna put Ahmad, but I'm actually gonna go with Dalot because I've heard that he will be back for this game, and he's a fitness freak. He will find a way to get back to this game, just like Euro is. If Dalot's fit, I want to start him there. I feel like we need to start slow in this game. Just don't concede. So I'm going to go with Dalot, but Ahmad will feature later on. My centre mid two is obviously Agate and Casemiro. I feel like they're so solid in Europe, and I know it's against a Premier League team where the pace is going to be a bit higher, but if you look at Tottenham's midfield that they have available in this game, it's not much better. They've lost a lot of their crucial players too, but I think that's what we go for. We stick with what has been working, and I think we can do a job here. As long as they can hold that midfield, I don't see us losing. The attacking mids are the most difficult one because you've got players like Mount, like Ahmad, like Garnacho, and obviously Bruno has to find his way in there. He will never not be in the squad. So I've got Bruno. And the other one, it's odd that I'm going to be leaving certain players out. I'm going to put Ahmad next to Bruno, which I think there's no real argument as to why I wouldn't. I think he is the strongest. But I feel odd that I'm leaving out Mount and Garnacho, which of course I could push them higher, as well as Mainu could push them higher and have them play as a false nine, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with Højlund, and I know the last game against Chelsea was his worst performance in United ever. Awful. Do I think he needs to go in the summer? Of course he does. Like I say, in loads of videos, I have Højlund on my United tops. I had faith in the lad, but now the faith is gone. It's simply gone. He's not proved anything to me. At the earlier stages of the season in the Europa League, he looked good. He was scoring goals, he was making good runs, but then as the season's progressed, like I said, I don't know if it's confidence, but if it is, you need to find that quickly. Like, the world's not going to wait for you. You need to get your confidence back, on your own back. And each time he gets one of these goals and he posts on Instagram saying he needed that goal for his confidence, I understand. But then he acts like he's gotten on the next game. But I'm going to stick with him. Because I think there is a player there. Somewhere deep down, there is a player there, and I think he needs to pull that back up. Because look at the Champions League the season before, when we signed him. He was brilliant. He was winning games for us. And I mean, he's done the same in the Europa League this season. We need that Højlund on Wednesday. We need that Højlund. We can't be having the Højlund that is trying to undress opposition players. But I have faith in him. There's a reason he's on my shirt and no one else. The good thing about this game, obviously, we have a lot of squad depth. So, I think we can make some really nice subs throughout the game. I think we have better depth than them, to be honest, because of their injuries. The only player we might be missing, or that we will be missing, is Xerxes and Delit. So, I think we win, if I'm being honest. But I don't think it's going to be close. It's going to be a 2-0 win either side, I think. Or a 2-0 deficit to either side. I don't think we're going to penalties. And that's what scares me. If we start badly, I don't think we'll recover. And I think it goes the same with them. So, yeah, overall, I think we're going to win, to be honest. But again, it is a scary game. Anything could happen. We could... I could say that we're going to win, and we could go and drop a disaster class. Or we could have one of the best games we've ever had. You really don't know, which is why predictions like these don't really mean anything. Like, I'm making this video for fun, really. I don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. No one does. But we just got to pray that the players show up. It's on them now. It's in their hands, and the managers. But we can still make an impact for the ones that are there, showing support. But that's the lineup, and there are changes that I'd make, to be honest, that could be made very easily. Mount could slip in, Yaro could fall out if he's not fit, same with Mazraoui coming into it, because I feel like I've left him out even though he's been brilliant. I don't know why I've done that, it's just instinct. But yeah, I think we're going to win. That's the lineup that I'm going to stick with. It could change by tomorrow, it could change in an hour, who knows, but that's what we're going for. And a little bit of news as well. Fabrizio Romano did confirm about the Matheus Cunha deal being very, very close to being signed, as you can see there. So that's some good news. Before the final, I think he'll be confirmed after the final on the Thursday or the Friday morning. So let's hope we can get him in, and get him in on a positive note rather than a negative one by getting this win. Come on, boys. We need this. I beg that we get this win, honestly. It'll make my year, as I'm sure it will with most of you. It's all or nothing.